Hey, thanks for joining me. We're going to do some foam roller stretches today. All you need is a foam roller. If you have a mat, great. You can also do this on your carpet or on a soft floor of some sort. We're going to start by stretching your upper back and chest, and then we're going to move down to stretching the hips. So to start, we're going to put the foam roller lengthwise, and we're going to lay down on it so that the hips and head are supported. So you're going to sit up on your foam roller. You're going to be perched right on the end of it, so that when you lie back, your head is also supported. And then when you get here, your feet can be wide, making sure that your feet are in a position where they're not going to slip. And then we're just going to take the hands out wide to the side. Palms are up to the ceiling. Now, if you're really tight, you could add to this stretch by taking 1 pound or 2 pound weights and just holding them in your hands and letting gravity and the weight assist with the stretch. It'll just help stretch open the whole chest wall, the whole front of the upper body. So we're just going to stay here for a breath, taking a nice big inhale and exhale. One more big breath like that. And exhale. And now we're going to move the hands down beside the hips for some arm circles. So the palms are going to start up to the ceiling. We'll inhale as we bring the fingertips up to the ceiling. When the hands are above the shoulders, rotate your arms so the hands are now facing your feet. Lower the arms down as low as is comfortable for you. And then with the exhale, you bring the hands back beside the hips. So you inhale to lift up. Rotate the arms. Exhale, swoop out to the side. 2 more like that. Inhale. Rotate. Exhale. 1 more. Big breath. Rotate. And exhale. Now we're going to go the other way. Inhale. Arms go out to the side. And then as you exhale, you lift up. Rotate so the palms are facing your head now. And lower down. Inhale wide. Exhale to lift. Rotate. Lower down. 2 more times. Rotate and lower down. Last one. And rotate and lower down. Nicely done. Now, we're going to move off the foam roller. So, you have a choice. You could just shift your weight to the side and roll the foam roller out. Or you could sit yourself up and then move off the foam roller. And hopefully yours doesn't roll away from you. Now we're going to take the foam roller and we're going to put it crossways behind us. Knees are going to be bent, feet are flat. And we're going to try and place the foam roller so that when we start to lean back, the very bottom tip of the shoulder blade is hitting the foam roller. And then once you get here, we're going to bring the hands behind the head so your head is really supported and heavy in the hands. And then we're just going to drape back over the foam roller. Oh, that feels good. Just go ahead and let your head be heavy, but supported by the hands. And if you come to this place and you're like, this isn't quite right, the spot, I'm not hitting the spot that I need to, because your feet are planted, if your feet are not going to slip, you can just pick up your hips and shift in one direction or another, just like an inch or 2 until you feel like you've gotten to a point in your upper back, between your shoulders, where you feel like you really need a stretch. And then again, we're letting gravity do the work. We're letting the head be heavy, but again, it's supported by the hands. You're not just letting it dangle back there. Your hips are planted on the floor and feet are planted on the floor. Very stable. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Now, you can pause the video and stay here as long as you like, as long as it feels good. But when you're ready to come out of this, we're going to use the exhale to do a little crunch. So we'll lift the head so the back of the neck is pretty long. And then we'll take an inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and crunch yourself up. And then hands can come down and you can sit all the way up. And then we're going to move the foam roller to the other end of the mat so that it's under the knees. We'll go ahead and lay back. And then we're going to pick the hips up and roll the foam roller underneath your hips. Again, you want it to be in a spot where it's comfortable. So we're resting the foam roller kind of on top of the crest of the hips, which is where the piriformis runs, which is a short muscle that runs horizontally, and it can be tight on almost everyone. And so make sure that this is comfortable and you feel like you've got it in a good spot. And when you do, the hands can come to the outer edges of your foam roller, and then you can lift up one knee and then the other. Again, when you get here, you may need to shift a little bit side to side. Just make sure you're comfy. And then extend your feet up to the ceiling and flex the toes, like you're pulling your toes down towards your shins. And this is giving you, hopefully you're feeling it in the back of the leg, hamstring and calf stretch. And you can play with bringing your toes closer to your head. You can play with drawing the pinky toes down toward you for a slightly different stretch. One more breath here. Now, with the feet flexed, we're going to inhale to take the legs wide. As you exhale, point the toes, bring the legs together. So you flex, inhale, point, exhale, back together. One more time. Flex, inhale, point, and exhale. Now, keep your heels together, turn your toes apart. We're going to inhale the feet wide, then you flex, bringing the inner thigh and the heels together. So you point, inhale, flex, heels come together. One more time. Point, wide, flex, exhale, back up. Nicely done. Bend the knees. We're going to hug the right thigh in while we extend the left leg out. So your left foot can just be on the mat. It may not be on the mat depending on how open or how tight you are in that left hip. Maybe your foot is just dangling out there. That's okay. We're just letting gravity again assist us with the stretch. At the same time, stretching the back of the right hip. Take a nice big breath and let it out. And then we're going to switch sides. So we'll hug that left thigh in and stretch the right leg out. Again, foot might be in the air or it might be heavy on the mat, but you're just letting gravity help you open the whole front of the right hip as you hug the left knee in and stretch the back of the left hip. One more breath. And exhale. Now bring your hands back to the edges of your foam roller. We're going to extend the feet up to the ceiling. We're going to do two more things. First, we're going to glue the legs together and we're going to flex the feet. And we're going to inhale to take both feet over to the right. Exhale back to center. Inhale, both legs go over to the left. Exhale back. Watch your big toes. So you want to make sure your big toes are staying level with each other as you go side to side. You're keeping the feet flexed. One more. Shoulders are staying down on the mat, and you can kind of hug your hands into your foam roller for stability. Nicely done. Now, the last thing we're going to do is an exercise where we separate the legs hip distance apart. We're going to point the toes. And with an inhale, we're going to lower the left leg as we draw the right foot towards the head. And then when you exhale, you switch legs. So you inhale to scissor kick. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to add in what's called a helicopter. So we're going to take each leg out to the side and the feet are going to change position. So we scissor kick, and then helicopter. So right now my left foot is up to the ceiling, right foot is out. So I'm going to scissor twice. And then when I do the helicopter, right foot comes up to the ceiling and left foot is outstretched. So we scissor, scissor, helicopter. Scissor, scissor, helicopter. One more set. Scissor, scissor, helicopter. Last one. Scissor, scissor, helicopter. Nicely done. Now bend your knees in and just let your legs flop. So you're just letting your legs be really heavy. You can gently rock side to side on that piriformis muscle at the top of the crest of the hips, as long as that feels okay on your body. Take a nice big breath and let it out. And then we're going to bring one foot and then the other down to the mat. We're going to pick the hips up and roll the foam roller down so that it is under our knees. And then we're going to take 2 big breaths here, just letting your low back flatten out and relax on the mat. So bring your hands to the side of the waist, fingertips facing each other. We're going to take a big inhale through the nose. And then open your mouth to exhale. One more big deep breath. Big inhale. You can sip in a little extra. And then open your mouth, exhale all the way to the bottom. Nicely done. And then you can just push your foam roller away, turn onto either side, and press yourself up to sitting. So we'll finish there. Just some nice foam roller stretches. Let me know how you like the video. You can leave a comment below. And if you would like to see more foam roller stretches, let me know that too.